Querida compañera, mi compañera, querida compañera, mi compañera. Ella está más linda que la luna llena y brilla más fuerte que el mismo sol. Es del movimiento la compañera y es el...
Bienvenidos and welcome back to a segment of San Diego Barrio Stories in Latino USA TV. This is Dr. Jose Leyba. What we're trying to do with our program is document our history, our culture, our art, everything about the struggle, the Chicano movement, so that future generations understand that we have struggled here, but we have survived and are a vibrant part of this country. And art is part of our legacy. Today, I have a young Chicana artist that was born in Honduras, by the way. And she is going to talk about some wonderful art projects she's involved. She's been here at El Centro for 7 years. And she's breaking the glass ceiling because most muralists are men. And so for her to break into that, I really admire that. I want to thank her. And I want to welcome Alicia Maria Siu to our program. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you. Good.
Good. Well, I know we talked in depth about your family and how that has really shaped you. So tell me a little bit about how you grew up, how you got here, and then how you became a muralist.
I was born in Honduras in 1983, 80s baby, and from a diverse family. My father is Chinese descendant, third generation Chinese from Nicaragua. And I was born in Honduras, although my mother's from El Salvador, but they met in Guatemala. So that just tells you how much like movement there is within Central America. In the 80s, it was tough times to be there. But my parents always, they were doctors and they wanted to find, I guess, a safe place to be. They were gonna live in Nicaragua, but they decided to stay in Honduras just because there was a lot of turmoil, civil war in El Salvador. My mother is an orphan from El Salvador, so that has shaped me a lot when I think of my identity. My mother's story as an orphan, they were coffee plantation workers, and yeah, I spent a big time of my life, I guess, in the university. I migrated to Los Angeles in 1998.
Okay.
And then I went to UC Davis, and there I spent some time kind of finding out what happened to my people in the Nahuat-Pipil of Western El Salvador.
So that's the indigenous people that come from your race, right? Your roots, tus raíces, ¿verdad?
Yeah, my indigenous roots. But I guess growing up in Honduras, I was always inclined to do art. I used to do village scenes with a lot of little people and just like village activity. I was raised in El Progreso Yoro in San Pedro Sula. The second, San Pedro Sula was the second largest city in Honduras. And I saw from a very early age, like the invasion, let's say, of a lot of fast food restaurants, maquiladora industry. So the whole commerce and just selling out of our lands, the extractivism. Honduras is rich in rivers, water, and mining. So,
and that's really the effects of colonization, and they've all affected all of us because you come from a very diverse family. I mean, todo Centroamérica, and it's beautiful cultures there, but the civil wars, the strife, the raping of the environment by the big companies, corporations has really hurt the people. So now, how did you get to come here to El Centro Cultural de la Raza? And I have a message for all our Hondureños, Salvadoreños, Guatemaltecos, Colombianos. You know, we're all Chicanos, okay? And please, Chicanas, welcome to our fold. And I'm just admire you. So let's talk about your time here at the Centro and some of these beautiful murals that you have painted.
Yeah, I was living in Sacramento, and as I said, I went to school at UC Davis, and I was honored to be student of Malaquias Montoya, and he is a very prominent Chicano artist. He did a lot of silk screening for the United Farm Workers, and he's a muralist. So he taught me the concept and the process, I would say, the practice of community muralism. So that was always my dream. Going back to Honduras a little bit, that's what I wanted as a child. I when I was 8 years old, I remember I said, I want to be a muralist.
Wow.
The culture wasn't represented, and I wanted to see us in art. And so yeah, Malaquias, he taught me that process, and it is aligned with our principles of telling stories for the community, about the community, that represents the community.
And obviously here at Centro Cultural de la Raza here in Balboa Park represents a community. Now, we were talking earlier about some of your murals, and you have this one back here. What inspired you to paint this mural, which is so amazing? It's heart-wrenching to see that.
Yeah, so the Centro has provided that space for us to showcase and continue. This mural was created in Los Angeles with Central American refugee community, and also longtime Central American community that has been there since the 80s, that migrated during the 80s.
Okay.
And also newcomers, so asylum winners. 3 students from La Universidad Autónoma de Honduras were part of this mural, the conceptualization of the mural. And it was first shown at the Hammer Museum in UCLA.
Okay.
And then we had panels here. We had a panel featuring the asylum winners of Honduras, and they experienced the 2009 military coup in Honduras. And so this mural is about the root causes of migration. As Central American community, we wanted to let people know why we're migrating.
Well, I can see in your eyes and in your heart and in your soul giving back to your community in Honduras by painting this. And I can see reflecting the strife caused in many of these Latino American countries, and why we need to have the artists here at the Centro promote this. Now, you've also painted, working on an indigenous Maya mural. Tell me about that.
Yes, we, in 2021, I believe, we were hired by the Museum of Us to rewrite and re-edit the entire Maya exhibit with Maya cultural resources that they've held there. So it was a beautiful process to go through each piece and decide whether it was whether we would store it or we repatriate it in some time in the future. And we decided to store 60 out of 90 items based on the fact that they were stolen from burial sites. So we decided to store those.
And where are those stored
in the museum right now. But in the future, we hope to unite communities so we could repatriate the items. But yeah, we were able to do 2 big murals representing the diaspora.
And where are those murals located?
Inside Balboa Park's Museum of Us.
Okay, so it is inside Balboa Park's Museum of Us. You can see Alicia's murals there.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. How do you feel about that? I mean, just think about it. Here I am, little girl from Honduras, Chicana artist now, and here you have your artwork being displayed in the Balboa Museum. That is big time. Saludos.
Yeah, it's an honor, and the beauty of it is that a lot of community and kids that are unable to go back to their homeland, they could have access to cultural resources and see themselves reflected in the murals.
Now, you've also been working on a mural for Chicano Park, but there's been some gentrification issues that have really stopped that project. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I worked on a mural, an environmental justice mural with the Environmental Health Coalition, and they do a lot of good work with organizing the community to speak up about environmental justice issues. And Barrio Logan has a huge issue with air pollution because they're a port city. Yeah, pollution is coming from all over, and there's a lot of truck traffic for the port. So this mural really brought together community. We created the content with 50 members of the community, as well as Kumeyaay.
And they are the Native Americans that populated this area before it was even California, right?
Yes. And the mural the title of the mural is Hauka, which means may the fire in your heart shine bright.
Let the fire in your heart shine bright, okay?
And it brought together all of us to express what are the solutions to these problems, because I believe like community has their own solutions to these environmental issues. And one of them was the truck ordinance. So like create routes that are special for trucks to go by and away from residential areas. And such. And this mural was meant to be for the herbal garden, but unfortunately, the wall where it was going to be installed, it was a private owner, and he didn't sign the contract with us in the middle of the project. So it's kind of a reflection of the struggles of gentrification. But we'll find a wall, and we'll continue, and we'll install it.
Well, it sounds like you've come up against a wall, but I like your fire and passion because you said, we'll find it. We'll find a way to do this Chicano mural there. And what I like about your murals is that they speak to niños de Honduras, familias de Honduras, and from all of Latino America. So if individuals want to buy your art, where can they find it?
I'm on Instagram, Alicia Siu _art.
Okay. Can you tell me that again? Instagram?
Alicia Siu, ALICIASIU _art.
Okay, great.
And I have a website as well, aliciasiu.com.
Okay, so, all right. Well, as we close, any parting comments for our audience about being a muralist, being a Chicana Hondureña here in the U.S. and promoting this beautiful art that is helping our community? Any final words?
Just for the youth and the new generations, just continue expressing yourself, telling our stories. We need ourselves to be represented, and we need to represent ourselves.
What a powerful message from a powerful young Chicana Hondureña that's doing some amazing, so much talent. I wish you the best. As we close off the segment, muchas gracias for coming here with us today. Muchísimas gracias. This is Dr. Jose Leyba with San Diego Barrio Stories, Latino USA TV, with a talented artist here today in el Centro Cultural de la Raza. We will see you next time. Muchas gracias. Hasta pronto. Download the Latino USA TV app. We're on Apple, we're on Amazon Fire, we're on Roku, and all kinds of social media. Muchas gracias. Until we meet again. Adios.